Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn again today. And wow, have there ever been a lot of crashes? I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to try and keep on going here for as long as I can. I've eliminated a lot of things off camera that seemed to cause them. We had some stuff over here, these metal towers that seemed to cause them. I've went through and it didn't seem to like this double-decker rooftop terrace here. Whenever two beavers with the same name would go to the two different terraces, it would crash. So I took out all that. It didn't like these specific ladders I put in right here. So I've removed them and replaced them. And now we're going to hope for the best here. I'm just going to put in, let's see, we're going to put the ladders back. There we go. And hope it doesn't crash for now. We have got our mine in, and I set it to science points at the moment so that we could get a little bit caught up on that because we're a little bit behind. But other than that, we've got plenty of beavers now, so hopefully we can get to work. What I think I'm going to concentrate on today is getting this area here cleared up. And to do that, we're going to start with first putting down some scavenger flags over here. We've got plenty of extra beavers to do that. And then we're going to have to clear out all of these trees here as well. So we're going to use a lot of the spare beavers to just come over here, clear all these out. Here we go. Get all of those in there. We'll mark all those to cut here in just a second. I have been noticing that this area is dying out. So here, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to say, let's get rid of these 4. And once those are in, we'll put in another water tower to hopefully keep this area a little more hydrated so we keep our dandelions. Also, that tree just bugs me. We're going to remove it right away. They've got this cleared out, so let's go ahead, drop this in. That should give us a dandelion field all the time. Plus, it'll keep these trees good to go. Went ahead, took out this tree, and connected in this path here to give them a little shorter of a walk. I'd like to replace this large pile here with an underground pile to match the other two, but also for scrap metals, so we're going to have to move this out of there. What we're going to do is we're just going to put a large pile. In fact, we'll just put 2 large piles here, both with scrap metal set to obtain, and that should move most of this right down the road to there. This is set on supply. Yep. So hopefully we don't pick anything else up. We're going to go to empty, and that should clear it out. Then we'll replace it with one of these underground ones. We're going to also put in some large piles over here for trees and various other things, logs mostly, so that we can move all of these over to here, because there's still a lot of trees in this area to go through. Got some other places start to go dry, and I think I'm going to do something about this because that is where we're getting all of our chestnuts from. So we're going to take and we're going to put an irrigation tower around here as well. Where can I put that will have a good amount of effect? Can I put it? No, let's make sure that we'll at least get the chestnut trees in there. There we go. And we are, of course, going to have to remove all of this. Let's see. All of those got to go. All of those got to go. This, and this. And then we'll have them replant that later. Our large pile here is empty, so let's go ahead, get rid of that. And we're going to do the underground pile. We're going to even set it for scrap so we don't forget. We're going to tell them supply. Something else I've been noticing, we are pretty low on metal blocks, but we definitely have beavers to handle making more. So we're going to come up here and we're going to close that off just for a second. We're going to take this power under the road, because these aren't using that much power, really. And we'll build some smelters over here just as soon as we can get the power in. They have already got our irrigation tower in. So let's get it hooked up. There we go. And that should take care of this area, and we will tell them to replant the chestnut trees over here. Birch chestnut tree, there it is. That's all done. We might eventually use this as farmland if we need it. While we're over here, though, I kind of like the way these bushes along the rail turned out, so we're just going to do some more of that. Let's put in whole nother row of hedges right here. There we go. They can work those in as they can get there. Let's go the other way with them too. We'll go down to about here. They've got our dynamite in, so we can at least go ahead and try to hook these up. There we go. Took a second for that dynamite to think about it, but let's get our power under the road here. There we go. There we go. And let's get our power in here. There we go. It had to stop and think about something. All right. We'll go ahead, tell them to put that back in here. And now down this side, we will start with our smelters. And if it's not quite perfect at the far end, we'll put in some storage there too. But because I had planned it that way, of course, it ended up just perfect, just enough. So we're good there. Let's go ahead and empty these. Nope, empty. That can come over here. Move those around. And once they get those in place, it should start kicking out some more of the metal blocks that we're going to need. The land over here is getting cleared out pretty quick, so I think it's a good time to go ahead and start getting in some of the power that we're going to need for our amusement park that we're going to build on this island here. Let's see, we're going to put in quite a few of these. Let's see how many we can get in here. And oops, we want that one. We do not want one there. There's one. There we go. There we go. Right up to about there looks good. We'll go all the way around. Hopefully putting these in the correct location. There we go. We'll need to remove that one when we can. There we go. And we might even put in a larger power storage here. We got a medium, we got a medium. Let's unlock these. So not only are we going to have power storage between them, but we're going to have an extra battery for them right there once they can get there. I have been wanting to change some of this food industry over to our bots, at least these packaging plants if we can. Here we go. And yep, we've got the bots for that. And hopefully that will make the packaging go a lot faster so we can get a lot more food put together and a lot more beavers have a lot less time when they're hungry. We're going to try and keep on clearing this out. I've had to remove some ladders and redo some things and put them back due to some crashes I was getting with these two ladders right here specifically, but it seems to have corrected itself, or the destruction of the ladders and the rebuilding of them has fixed whatever was wrong. But anyway, we're going to do it. We're going to go ahead and try to put in these here. Here we go. We'll get our road around the outside, because then we can come back and just drop dynamite right on the outer edge here. There we go. Do that. We'll put our dynamite in here. Looks good. One more. That's all looking very nice. We could put something up here in place of these. I had to take out all the benches because that also seemed to contribute to crashing. I don't know that the benches specifically were causing problems or if they were in interaction with another mod, but I took them out and I had less crashes. So we're going to just grab some decorations. How about wind gauges? That makes sense up at the top of a hill, doesn't it? There we go. And we'll put in some regular benches around here too. Other way. There we go. So beavers can come up here and sit here if they want to. Something else I've been meaning to do is to remove some of this area right here just to have a little bit more area that we can grow stuff. It should be easy enough for the beavers to get through from one side or the other over here, and then we'll just simply replant it. With this many extra beavers, we can definitely spare some to put in more hauling posts and more, not a district center, we want a building post here. As soon as it figures out what that was. There we go. We will put in a builder's hut. In fact, we'll put in a couple of builder's huts. There we go. And we will come down this way, over this way. And we'll make those all high priority. And they can build those and help us speed up other building. Something else that I would like to do is, of course, take the train over to our island where our amusement park is going to be. So we're going to start from here. And I'm going to delete that out of here. We're going to take the crossing, come right up here, and we're going to go right over the top of this road right here. So first things first, we're going to put in platforms. Let's say about here. Here we go. We'll put one in here. And then we have to have, of course, the train's path up. There we go. Let's get in a curve here. A curve to match. And some straight line in here. And that, hopefully, will connect us in to the island. We're just going to have to go across the water, but that's not too big of a deal. We can definitely put up bridges or something. I think our row of beaver lumberjacks here has finally reached as far as they can go. So we're going to go ahead and move them down just a little bit. There we go. We'll do 8 of them here. That'll help clear those out pretty quickly. Here, we're going to go ahead and demolish all these. Yep. Demolish all those. Yep. And we'll tell them that these are the most important. Our smelters did all get in, and they are starting to help us catch up on metal blocks. However, it sure would be nice, I would guess, to have a place to store all of these. So let's go ahead, put in an underground pile here just on the other side of the tracks. We will toss that in, and we will tell them that is for supply as well, just in case there's any particular place that needs metal blocks. I'm going to grab some storage here to see if we can maybe speed up some of the building over here so our builders don't have to go so far for some of the base materials. So we're going to try, let's try a couple of these. There we go. And we'll set them up for, there's our gears. We're going to need paper. Where's paper? There's paper. And we're going to need some of the tiny long files. There we go. We're going to need scrap metal for the train. We're going to need iron bars. We're going to need probably treated planks. Treated planks. We're probably also going to need regular planks, aren't we? There we go. We'll just make this as its own little service type area. And we will tell them that all of this super important so that it can speed up our construction just a bit. Speaking of construction, we have got all of our windmills in, so let's grab our small. There we go. Let's see. Yep, we'll do the small. Small, small, small. Connect them all together with the small here. There we go. And we will connect them, let's say, in the middle. You could connect them in a lot more places, but, well, I don't see a reason why not to, actually. So we'll start with those, get all of that in there. Also, let's figure out how to get our power up to the middle of those, because they only power from the middle, no other locations. Let's see, let's get one of these. There we go. We'll do a corner here. There we go. And one there, and one there. And that should connect those into that. Those are each 10,000, so that'll store up to 20,000, plus all of the stuff in here. We shouldn't run out of power anytime soon for our amusement park. While the amusement park is getting worked on over there, there is something else that we've been missing for quite a while. Our cattail roots, we did have a bunch of them, but now as you can see, it's kind of dwindling. So I think I would like to take and we will put in our cattail farm over here. But to do that, we're going to have to knock out this whole section, I believe. So we'll start in on this, and we might get that in this time. We might not, but we will see what we can do. It's going to be a rather large farm, though. Something else I'd like to do, just like the beavers over pulling in that water from the last episode, I think we'd like to toss some extra fuel and catalyst in here for these guys so they don't have to go back as far to get all of it. But we've got to get that dynamite down first, and that'll take a minute or two. Our forest over here has been cleared out pretty much, so we can go ahead and take out a lot of these extra ones back here. Nothing for a lot of these guys. Yep. There we go. And we'll leave these here because they've still got a little bit to clean up here. They are charging our large flywheels here. Plus, they've got all the small ones already charged. So, it means we can go ahead and start on our mega amusement park. We might need to build a whole nother section of this, but that's okay. We'll get to that when we need to. Let's take a look and see what's in the well-being. So, we're going to need this. We're going to need our carousel. We're going to need, well, we can't quite do mud baths yet because we don't have dirt, but we'll come back and get some of those in there. Definitely going to need some Ferris wheels, though. Let's start with the Ferris wheels. I'm going to put one. Oh, they don't have to be perfect. We'll say here. And we'll put one. How about here? And maybe one more right here for people as they get off the train. Speaking of which, the train looks like it could definitely use a little bit of attention here because we've got to get it over there. So let's see. First things first, we're going to go put down a platform here. Let's get the big bridge, steel bridges. There we go. Put one there. And then I need another one. Right. Looks like a 3-pillar right about there. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right about there. Let's see if that was the right spot. Just eyeballing it. There we go. We'll figure out how to build that when we can. And then we need another 3-pillar. There we go. Another large bridge. I guess we could actually come into the park itself and go down from there. I kind of like that idea. So let's see. From here, we need, yep, right there. So let's put, is this just going to be a 1? Yeah, it kind of looks like it's just going to be a 1. There we go. And now we could probably, let's take a, we want, well, we know we're going to have this come out of here. So we'll go ahead and put that there. Let's grab the passenger station. We want that. I'm seeing something like this, maybe. There we go. Oh, I forgot to pause those two. I don't want those built quite yet. So we're just gonna... Nope. We're gonna put those back in. Pause them until we get a little bit of plan going on here. Pause them. There we go. We're gonna have to build a path to get down here, that's for sure. Which means I gotta do something like this. Then put in one of these. Get another staircase here. There we go. Hopefully they can build some of those. Let's go ahead and put in that temporarily so they can hopefully build across there. What about here? Can we build another one just like that? Well, I can if I get the right stairway, I suppose. Here's this coming out of here. There we go. And we'll see how much that they can build. Now, let's go back over to the park here. Let's get in carousels. We'll do maybe a carousel. How about here next to the water? That looks good. We'll do another one here. And let's do one, oh, say, facing this way. There we go. And now we just need a couple of water places. So let's get down. Oh, I'm going to pause you because I'm not actually wanting to build any of you quite yet. There we go. Let's get the dynamite in here. We're going to do dynamite here. And then we're going to go out and around. There we go. Over this way. Across here. Through here. Maybe a couple more here. Come on by here. And we'll come right through here. And that will be gone eventually. And what we'll have here is some Lidos. And then hopefully, actually, I'm going to take that one out of there. And I'm going to take that one out of there. And we'll have water attractions. And the amusement park should have a lazy river around it, and we'll get some more stuff in there once we get all of that in. But before we do that, I would definitely like to put the power underground. So we're going to do something like this, and it's going to come over here and over to this one. Can I work this in without getting it into the lazy river? I don't think I can. So we're just going to go right under here, through here, under here. Yes. There we go. Let's draw out from these places first. Delete you. Delete you. And that should give us a bit of an idea of what's... Oh, before I forget, let's take you over across... No, we'll just come underneath here. There we go. We'll let them fill all of that in as they go. They've got that built. Do they have a way to get to either of those? No, not really. We're going to have to build something to get over there. Well, that's not that big of a deal. We'll just put these in there. And staircase can go in here. Grab that road here. That should let them build those two. And then we're going to have to figure out how to get that track across there. For some reason, I have not made any wheat flour storage, so I am going to correct that right now. We're going to put that over here, of course, by the railroad tracks. I thought I have cattail, but no wheat. I have plenty of actual wheat, but no place to store it all. Let's go ahead and just put in the storage for that. Do this. In fact, we'll do a couple of those. We'll do one for wheat. Where's our wheat? Wheat flour. There we go. And we'll do one here. Well, we'll just leave that one open for now. The dynamite over here is finally put in, so we're going to go ahead, blow that up, and then there is some new storage options. To go along with the pit warehouse, there was a pit tank made. So we're going to do 2 of those and set them up just for catalyst and for biofuel. And hopefully that will keep our science coming in pretty quick. It looks like we're starting to get quite a bit. In fact, what we could do there... Let's come over here. And let's take a look at this right here. First of all, let's let this out, because we could use the water here at the end of this drought cycle. But what we can also do is, let's go. There's our metal floodgates. Now, I've counted this before, and it's 9, so we're going to pick up the 9 one. And right there, perfect height. We're going to go ahead set up to make this a huge water container, because right now we can only really use the first 3 because that's the biggest the gate is. To get up there, of course, we're going to need some stairs, which is not a big deal. I don't know if we're going to get this one quite done today, but we will keep working on it as it goes on. You know what? I would like another set of stairs right here and one right here. We can build right across here. There we go. They'll get that in whenever. I'm not too much in a rush for it. Well, usually I don't stop for explosions, but I think this one's going to be especially cool. So we're going to watch this one for just a second. There we go. Explosive dominoes. That's the best kind of dominoes. Now we're going to come back through and we are going to put in, let's grab this. We need you to go this way. We need you to go out there. And let's take power around. Actually, let's put platforms in where we're going to want platforms. That way it's a bit easier to determine what goes where. Platforms here. Platforms here. Do I want platforms here? Yeah, I want platforms there. That's fine. Let's do that, and then we can put in power. No, we don't want power. We want well-being. Let's pause for a second while we think this through. There we go. We want... This was facing this way. Nope. Let's face it, oh, say, right here. So here is going to have to be... Where's the power? Power, there we go. Universal. And then one goes into there. Let's see, we need this. Let's go back down underground here so we're getting the right ones. That, of course, is not the right one. We need a... No, not that one. We need a turn. There we go. We need another turn. And another turn. This can go here. This can go here. I think we wanted a carousel up here. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Actually, no, that was supposed to be the lazy river in there, wasn't it? Going all the way around. So we're going to have to put you... Let's see. Can I get... Is there a tree in the way? Is that what's going on there? Let's take a look here. That should be... That should be fine. What is in the way there? You shouldn't have to go on dry land completely. You haven't in the past. That's got to fit in there. I'm not 100% sure why it won't fit in there. We will figure that out. But let's go ahead, figure out our other Ferris wheels here and such. We'll put in platforms here. Put in platforms here. We will come back and see. We want well-being. No, well-being. There we go. Let's get a carousel in here. One about right there. And do a Ferris wheel right here. And then right there. Let's see. We might actually have to make more area for power lines. We might have to draw some of it through. You know what? I'm going to do... Where's my well-being? Let's get this in here real quick. Nope. 1, 2. 1, 2. Something like that. We'll make those even. There we go. We'll put our water in the front. Where's our water dumps? Water dumps. There we go. Water dump. One there. One there. And over here, we're going to do well-being. You know, for now, we're just going to keep those out because we'll eventually put mud baths in there, but we can't do that quite yet. So let me hook up the power to this and we'll take a look in a minute. We've got our major bridge up here, so let's go ahead and start building train tracks out from either side. Hopefully we can do one at a time until they all connect in. It's just going to take a little bit to get that done. Managed to clear out a large section down here, so we've got a little bit more to do. We're going to put in even more down here. We're going to go this far, and I would say right here, and then at either end, we'll take out those 6. We will do our aquatic farmhouses. There we go. And we'll fill that with cattail so we can make cattail crackers. It's just going to take them a little while to build this giant dynamite field. I'm noticing my catalyst is not keeping up, even with just the one set of bot creators, but that set is doing pretty well, so we're going to go ahead and just toss in some more. Let's see. Nope. Science. There we go. Refinery. We're going to do a couple more of those. And there we go. We'll set those all to catalyst so they can make that whenever they can. Well, surprisingly, our gates did get in there, so we can go ahead and actually remove a lot of these. And that should... There you go. You just had to think about it for a second. It stopped. Had a little panic moment there. We'll go ahead and... We don't need those. We don't need those. That will fill up with water. And now we can toss a couple of dynamite here until those are back at ground level. And then eventually we'll knock out this little part right here. And then we'll have all of this in here to spill down whenever we need some more water. Park is coming along, and we've got a couple of the attractions in. Some people are starting to even show up for it, but it looks a little empty. So I think the first thing we're going to do is put in one of these. Let's see. Can I put in one of these? Yeah. We're going to put in one of these right here. So the train has to go through it. Then we're going to take a metal one. Do I want the iron one? No. Let's go with this one. And it can be right there on the way in. That looks wonderful. Now, let's get a couple of stores, I guess you could call them. Let's go with a small warehouse. We'll do one here. How about one there? One here. We'll do a bit larger store, maybe here. And we'll do one. We'll do another larger store there. Let's go ahead, get in a place where they can pick up some drinks. Let's get about a little bit of water there. Some right here. And yeah, we'll just leave that. There we go. One right there for them. Now we need to put in maybe some fencing around here so people can't just wander in. There we go. We don't really need any fencing there. We should probably put up some fence, though, around this. Let's go ahead, put fencing up around here so no young beavers wander into it accidentally, at least from this side. Let's toss on roofs for all of these. Let's get the little roof. Really, let's do this. And we'll do a platform there. We'll do one here, one there. We'll even do one in front of the rides as well. There we go. We'll toss in our little roof. Toss in a roof there. Let's get the smaller ones for these. There we go. Kind of a drink hut. Let's go with 2 here. There we go. And a 2 here. 2 here. Grab this road. We'll come out, down and around. Up this way. Over here. Something like that, maybe. There we go. In fact, let's go ahead and just put all of this on here. Just coming out for that one small area there. There we go. That's all connected in. Now, since this place had so many birch at the beginning, we don't want to just get rid of all that birch. Let's... Oh, we're going to need a printing press eventually. Let's go ahead and get it. We've got science points. But let's put in a forester for now right here. We'll put one in here and right here. And even, how about right there? We'll come back through and put in some birch. Where's all the birch? There we go. There's the birch. We'll put in birch here. They've already got that big gate in. That's pretty good. We'll put the birch back here. Birch here. Some in here. Some around here. More around the outside edge here. There we go. And then clean that up. Nope. We don't want that. I don't really need those. Let's go ahead. Oh, we can already get stuff in here. So we're just going to tell you, you can be that. We'll obtain. And we'll do a grill one over here. There we go. We'll do just some regular food there. There we go. This one will be for books whenever we get books. This one can be for, let's see. We'll do a pastries there. That's just for some water. You're just for some water. In the middle here, let's put blueberries all around the track here, just to make it look a little nicer. Some dandelions here and there. We'll spread them out throughout here. There we go. And now we'll just mix some trees in. There we go. We'll get all these trees in there. Let's get some chestnut trees. We'll make sure to put a couple of berries here and there just for color. There we go. Over here, let's see, we could do... Well, we'll figure out what to do over here and come back for it. I did forget something. We'll get in a couple of terraces so the beavers can just hang out here. Let's do a frog statue. About one there, one here. We'll do a frog statue here. And probably do a shrine or two. Not a very common thing to see at a park, but, you know, maybe it's like a nature reserve style park with Ferris wheels. I'm not sure, but they'll get it in there. They've got the fence in there, and that's looking pretty nice. Let's see if we can get just some nice splash pads. That's what we'll call those, splash pads. For the little beavers, of course. Let's toss in... Toss in a statue here. Which way is that facing? Let's face it that way. They can put a bench in here by it. There we go. Going through, I've noticed I have forgotten to get some of these monuments. So we're going to go ahead and toss these in here as well. We're going to do this one at the gate, and we will put one of them in over here as well. There we go. Let's grab you. We're going to do about one there. And about one here. Now that one we need a little bit of science for, but I might be able to sneak it in somewhere. I'm not sure, but we might come back to that. We might put that out front of the gate here. That park turned out really nice. Lots of beavers are going to be able to come here and have a nice time, and it's expandable in the future should we get some more stuff we want to put in there. So I think for this time that's going to do it. Just want to say thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!